So this is a moon snail, Euspira lewisii. Sorry if I butchered that, but we can see that this is probably a pretty good sized adult, judging by the fact that it has some barnacles growing on the top of its shell. You can even see some of them moving and feeding if you look close enough. That tells me that this is an adult, because once they get pretty big, they're not worried about having the top of their shell exposed. Now I did just find a moon snail that was kind of up on top of this sea lettuce that we got growing all over the flats here. It didn't look so good, so I put it in a puddle and let it dig its way back underground. I'm not gonna dig this guy up because I have a feeling that he's munching on a snail, but we can see his gorgeous little foot there. So these guys, their shells can get about the size of I would say like a softball, maybe a little bit smaller, but their foot can get quite large. Typically when I hold them with both my hands, it's spilling over my hands, which is pretty big for a snail. It's our largest marine snail in Washington State. So they are pretty cool. Oh, there's a little sea slug right there. I believe that's a barnacle eating sea slug. And a teeny tiny little baby kelp crab right there. Oh my gosh, there's so many things you can see just in this tiny little tide pool. I'm gonna say this guy's pretty big because I'm seeing a good chunk of his shell even clear over here. Definitely not the largest moon snail that I found, but one of the bigger ones. These sandy beaches like this, they love to hang out at because they can find their favorite food here, which is clams. They love to eat clams. Oh, look, there's a clam shell right by him. Actually, maybe I will dig him out. I don't think he's eating. So for moon snails, we want to make sure that we're going far away from their shell, because like I said, their foot can be quite large. Go underneath, and then just kind of scoop them up. There we go. Let's see, is he eating anything? I don't see him eating anything. So I'm going to really gently, oh my gosh, yes, there he goes. Flip him over. There's the clam that he was eating. It looks like he's pretty much done. That looks pretty much empty to me. Oh, and he's getting kind of grouchy at me. He's like, hey, you picked me up. So moon snails can squeeze all the water out of their foot and fit back inside of that shell. So I'm gonna put him back because he's like, hey, I was eating. That was rude. You're right, my friend. And then I'm just gonna gently pat him back in there, and then he will dig back down. They can dig back down pretty quickly. They'll use their foot like a shovel to kind of plow their way through the sand, and then they use their, well, there he goes. You can kind of see him digging up right there. Moving and grooving. But yeah, they'll use their foot kind of like a shovel to dig their way back down through the sand. And then they also use their foot, or their mantle, I guess, to kind of like curl a part of that muscle up to act like a snorkel. It looks pretty cool, actually. I can't see his snorkel right now. But there's that beautiful, beautiful foot. And then he will dig back underneath the sand, back in this puddle. And I will let him be. But yeah, these sandy kind of flat beaches are a really great place to find these moon snails kind of all over because their favorite food is here.